Hi guys, Unati here. So, this is the video. This is the video that you guys have been waiting for. I am going to be talking about how much do actors earn. You know, give you guys sort of like a salary range that you can work with. Also, I'm going to be talking about how much I used to earn as an actor. Okay, I'm just going to give you right about a range of how much I used to earn because during the preparation of making this video, I've been inundated with calls and emails saying, hey, these are people's salaries. You don't just talk about how much people earn or how much you used to earn in this production, because that's a very closely guarded secret. This is people's salaries. This is people's livelihood, guys. You can't just be talking about these things the way that you do it if you're an actor, because when you're an engineer, because when you're an actor, everything has to be negotiated for you specifically. Whereas when you're an engineer, there's a sort of like a pre-minimum regulated amount that you need to be earning as an engineer so that you don't get exploited. That's why you have professional bodies such as EXA. So these bodies obviously help you negotiate but help you have sort of like a minimum salary an engineer can earn in South Africa. Whereas when you're an actor, everything is up to your manager or your agent to negotiate for you. So this topic is very important for aspiring actors who want to get into the industry and want to have a fair salary. So we're going to be talking about the factors that are affecting your salary prospects, whether it's TV, adverts, or even theater. Yes! There is also talks of theater. I have a special guest that's going to be talking about how much she used to get when she was, when she was starting out, and the not so distant past, obviously. We need to talk about these things, guys, so that they are out in the open, so we don't have people that get exploited in this industry. Now, to do this, I'm going to be calling out, I don't know, should I call her? My client. Yes, she's my client. I am her manager after all, but she's also my mother. So without further ado, I'm just going to be calling Thembsie Matu to join us. Sort of like a podcast kind of thing, yeah, but it's not a podcast. It's not even an interview. It's just us having a casual conversation about, the industry. Okay. Yes, guys, so we're back. So this is my special guest. Vele. She's my mother. How? I'm not gonna start, these things and not have real people here. We need to have the real deal. So, we're honest.
When I'm acting, but I'll be acting for free.
Okay. So, this is a very professional interview, guys. So we need to, get into the character. Okay. So we have a camera over there. So, guys, this is my mother, Thembsie Matu. She has an illustrious career. She's been on the Rhythm City. She's been on movies like Jerusalem, Finding Lenny, Kukuno Andile. You were the brand ambassador for Cell C. You were the brand ambassador for Sunlight. You've done a lot of things, eh? So, so now we're going to be getting, proper insight on how much, these things, how much you can earn for these things. So tell us, theater. Like when you used to work for Okips in Kent, I think, ne? This was when? When did you work? When did you start acting then?
In 1987.
1987?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Then you understudy there.
Okay.
Because into the show, where my mate ran. So I used to sell tickets and me understudy.
Okay. An understudy, for those who don't know, is somebody that is basically standing in for a main actor. So you have a main actor and you have somebody who is basically, in case the main actor, falls ill or is unavailable for the show, then they have an understudy that basically takes over for that person so they can, basically take over the show. So the show must always go on, by the way. Yeah. So what role was that?
No. When you're in understudy, young females, if ulentos, like a theater.
Oh.
Fund was young roles were females. So that if no ubani, agule or alimale or whatever reason, available something, funeral or something.
Yeah.
When I step in.
Manje if the character big slender senza whatever kufanele kunawe manje wenze
whatever i-role ila acting ila
Yeah.
uba slender la manje ngaba uMiss SA nikholwe because we selling images mina ngaphuma ngenye into.
You know, this is my problem, guys. This is not a professional interview. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but I want you guys to get as much exposure, or not exposure, but as much information as you can. So I'm going to extract as much value as I can from this interview. I will be putting on subtitles, so it's going to be hard for me. I have to transcribe everything. Maybe rev.com can help me, but you don't know. But yeah, so, 1997.
Yes.
1980.
1987, not 1997.
No, 1987. Yeah,
Yes.
1987. Yeah.
1987, when being understudy, bengola 90 rands
90 a month
per week. Yes.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I know it might sound 90 randi is, but this is 1987. So I'll put up there Guti how much that is in today's money. You know, cost factoring inflation, but still 90 randi.
Yes, and for our rehearsals, nani, 10 rand per day.
Oh, okay.
Ngaleso sikhathi
In
leso.
1987, yeah,
1987, yes.
Manje ungene kanjani vele lapha Gibson Kent?
Gibson Kent ngi-auditionile kahle. Gibson Kent ezilayite Williams Hall. Nga-auditiona, wangitshela-ke on Monday, bekuyi-Saturday. On Monday, uze Dube. Nga-auditiona kanjalo ngangena-ke ka-Gibson Kent.
Okay. So manje ungitshela ukuthi somebody who wants to be an aspiring actor, do they have to go to school? Because this is a very debated issue, because a lot of people think that, graduates are being undercut in the industry because, nobody umuntu nje kuphela uba nama followers a million or whatnot bamkhetha, as opposed to somebody who went to Wits or told a degree or went to AVDA and got a degree in acting, performing arts, whether it's an honors degree, futhi abanye bathola nama masters. Do you think you have to go to school, wenze leyo masters, wenze leyo honors, or at least a degree to be an actor?
Firstly, mina ngitshela abantu ukuthi ama-actors afana nabafana bebola.
Okay, yeah.
Fanele ube netalente kuqala before you decide to get vet, before you decide uya kuphi, fanele ube netalent.
Yeah.
Fanele ube disciplined. Discipline ihamba phambili ngoba i-discipline izokutshela ukuthi fanele ngipractice. So unetalent already.
Yeah.
Ngoba umfana webhola ungambona lapha estradeni bamfake groundini practice qeda ukupractice akora amagola ayi7 ngalo vile. But makuthiwa next week kuneke usayojima nalaba yabafana noma ukhona umuthi ofikile usazojima naye. So nathi sinjalo ke uba netalent, then mongena uyofunda. Uyafunda mhlawumbe usesephakathi lapho kungena omunye azofunda naye and yena bese athola irole ungaketholi wena, athola irole ukuthi ufike nini kwathini. No, talente phambili ne dedication, yonke into ufunde ufake la.
So okay.
Then iphepha balibuza ngasemuva mase kufanele kuze iphepha liso.
So going to school helps you with negotiating a proper or a living wage.
Yes.
So okay, no, I understand. So when I get uthi salary yakho ngasana 1987 or whatnot was heavily affected by the fact that you maybe didn't have.
No. Listen, okay. Gibson Kent esesikolweni.
Oh yeah.
Besesikolweni besifunda every day. Siba seclassini and iclass ungacabanga ukuthi iclass yindonga ne desk indonga ne desk no. Egarage kuphi eDOCC eholweni emodweni phansi kwesihlahla la ukhona uyafunda ka Gibson Kent restaurant masihleli uyasifundisa yonke indawo uyasifundisa because acting it's about life yonke. Sifunda ngama clouds ubheka uzofunda uzoba i-actor right desk bakubonisa i-picture phansi engena isithunzi Gibson Kente athi nibonani lapha isithunzi phansi fanele uwenze ucreate mhlawumbe hayi mina ngibona ngathi lesa sithunzi lesiyana ikati ngathi lithe yini ngathi uyazakhela so that mawuyenza ama-adverts mina ngoba ngimpetha ama-adverts yakathi sena ngifunde kudala kanjani lento le Gibson Kente uthe kashona ngathi mangiye-TV adverts zathi adverts so ubhekiswa into engekho thobona into engekho e-TV but nanku mama fanele umbone umama ungamboni umama adlula so bese bathi siphi isisu saka mama usibhekela isisu saka mama fanele ukuthi umama uthengisela abantu
Okay, whoa. Okay. Before I can, you can see that this episode is gonna be proper, guys. Please stay tuned till the very end. We're gonna be talking about everything. But yeah, okay, sharp. Let's talk about the progression game. After theater, you are told, I think with theater then one get a bulahliwe. I think those are the stories of Kalane or Mama's Love. Yes. Mama's Love, baby. SABC 1, I think at the time. Yes. So public broadcaster. Lapho ke angitshela isebenza kanjani is it but isalary yakhona ihambiselana nokuthi iku slot CP like let's say for instance umuntu 8 o'clock slot in the night do they get paid more than somebody maybe who at 6 o'clock or it doesn't matter the slot.
It doesn't matter the slot. Into more negotiate right of which nazange negotiate ya Gibson Kente ngalezo nkathi lezo so utshela nje ukuthi okay budget it character is so sinike imali engaka character so sinike imali engaka character so sinike imali engaka so azange si negotiate
asasingene ke to the crux of the matter ngazo ingathi lezo that was
1995
so democracy bese ikhona noba khona ke
yes
bothola malini ke
lapho ke ngangithola per call 650
per call.
Yes. Yes.
1995.
Yes.
Okay. This is what I want you guys to understand. The entertainment industry has this standard called per call. Like your rate is per call. So we don't work on per hour or per month. On some instances, because obviously there's a global contract where you have per month, but most actors are just normal freelancers and you work on a per call basis. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand that per call is quite different from per day actually, because by government regulations, per day is 12 hours. Yes, and per call is also 12 hours. No, per day by government regulation is 8 hours.
Okay.
And then per call is 12 hours. Now, when you're an actor, when you're on screen, yes, on site, per call is like a lotto. Because you can get to work and work 12 minutes and be done and wrap it for the day. So you lotto. But on other days, ungangena ngo 5 a.m., have a 5 a.m. call and wait the entire day and shoot there maybe 5 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Or even because production has delays and into zinjalo, let's say it rains but bayatsho ukuthi at imvula izophela ngobani isikhathi and whatnot, you might even work through the night. So per call is deceptive, in my opinion. Per call is deceptive, but it's a lotto. That's why I'm saying per call is a lotto. Yes, on paper it's 12 hours. From if you're getting a 6 a.m. call, it's 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. If you're getting a 5 a.m. call, so even this is another thing, ne? What I found out, when you have on call, and then you're on call from 6 a.m. You get there at 6 a.m. and then maybe you shoot at 9 a.m. because you have to go ufike, wenzi makeup, wenzi wardrobe, and then you wait for the scene because every scene has its own wardrobe maybe and the makeup that goes with the scene obviously. But when let's say I shoot on 9 and you finish at like 10 o'clock and then like, okay, no, I think your scenes are done. Let's wrap you for the day. When you're a minor character, or some of us are called professionally as featured extras. When you have a talking role, featured extra is a proper name for it. If you're hamba 9 and you sign out, and then you leave, And then let's say something happens and one of the actors maybe are feeling like one of the main actors, not just any actor, the main actor are feeling like bangakubiza bathi buya baba cause we sifake some of your scenes during the day ukuthi baba so that production is not held up.
No. Don't be mistaken. Must sign out.
Oh.
Sign in or sign out.
Oh.
Uhambile. More global actor. Bangakubiza bacela ukuthi please.
Yes.
Come uzongena sine actor egulayo noma mhlambe bungekho on call on that day. If kune actor engekho available and ngoba ilanga fanele libe nama minutes ekufanele liwashutile.
Yeah.
Bayacela
or episode has to have a certain number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yiza emsebenzini please yiza si run fast call yakho bu 9 o'clock marke baphangisa ukushuta bacela bathi please ungafika ngo8.
Yeah.
So because of global.
Oh, but this is the thing. But mina ngikhuluma ngama freelancer because global is on another level. We have to explain global. So a global contract, mamela, every show, I think most shows, but every show gets renewed every year. And it has to get renewed every single year. Anyaka bape show 5 or 10 years, but 1 year. That's why you find the season.
No. Ezinye izinto stop wrong.
Not.
Hey, yes.
No. But I'm not talking about general. That's what I'm saying. Generally.
No. Sometimes bayakubanikeza a contract ye 3 years. Show bayinikeze bayibona ukuthi bayinikeze contract ye 3 years. Then yenze. But mase mabajabulila ngazi kuma kwenzekaleni ini abantu abanegotiateayo but okay nzo renew every year renew.
So they give the show an initial contract that can be 3 years and whatnot, and then after the 3 years or a year, okay, so it's dependent, but it's variable.
Or by pay episodes 13 or 12
episode
or 10.
Hey, Maria, you see why we have to have a season actress. My knowledge has gaps, obviously, because I haven't been an actor for very long. Since I couldn't know why I was not an actor from the get-go, because omunyu mama so uye wangitshela ukuthi mina fanele ngithonye esikoleni ngenze engineering, but sayikhuluma sini. But then let's talk about then fast forward ama adverts. I'm sure people want to know ukuthi how much in advert uthola mali like when you, okay, let's say for instance because I remember how much you used to earn on the first ad or not first ad but the first ad SLC. I know how much you used to earn then. Angilwi yabona isandla bang.
Ungabothetha umkholo umuntu bo respect. Ayikhulumi ngomkholo umuntu nje. Fanele kube uyokhuluma ngomkholo wakhe.
That's why mina bengikhuluma.
Yes. Please I apologize kuma production companies for yena nyama apologize. Makasafuna ukusebenza kule industry. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't say, hey, mina gwini. Okay, it's irrelevant because bengisaqala and bengisafunda. You understand? Now you cannot say in because ukhuluma nami now ukuthi mina bengikhola malini or ngisengikhola malini uthinta somebody else or actor naye maybe ukhola phezulu kunawe maybe ukhola ngaphansi far below you and then makazo kusekazoza ukuthi uTemsi ukhola imali engaka mina ngikhola imali engaka
but okay no I understand C2 but understand that let me preface that by saying ukuthi we did say ukuthi umkholo wakho is dependent on, especially acting, is dependent on your negotiation skills, your agent's negotiation skills. So if somebody, in my opinion, I think it shouldn't, but this is again, I am not trying to nkwatisa production company but I'm saying ukuthi shouldn't then managers or agents, because those are the people that actually sit down and say the value that my artist is bringing to the table can be, equated to will and so. Because, by the way, when I negotiate for you, when you are in the negotiating table, we actually talk about the statistics, the number, the data that you bring. Because manje, obviously there's other avenues to measure your impact ebantwini. Because I bring data. I tell them, Uti, this is the person's reach in terms of their audience. This is the audience profile, the demographic by sex, and the demographic by geographic location. You get what I'm saying? Okay, this is the living standard measure profile of audience at Temsi. So when I negotiate, I have data to support maybe for performance fee is 10 rand per day. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
differs.
But that's how we used to.
Mamed, okay.
Yeah.
Fast. Mena, I was with Rhythm City.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhythm City, I got this role, SSB, and
projector.
But it was 2 weeks.
Personal.
So being the agent,
yes.
So, ngene ngayo.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks. Low role leyo. In fact, ngang auditionele uba umamkhithi qala then
yeah.
Loyo owaye audition awayecasta ngathi isikhathi leso waxabana ngazi nabo bani azange sacasta wasiyeka sonke thina bekasikhathi kwacasta bucha ke njengoba sengizothola le role kaSB bathi 2 weeks
so
ngafika mina
uma ngimute le part lena yokuthi bu audition part kabani ma usho
ngisho ngang audition part kamamkhithi mina
okay
uMavis Khanye uyo wayecasta lapho
okay
wangicasta lapho
okay
hawu kukunani angisho nale ku scheme sami ngokufanele ngibe uMantuli
audition kaMantuli
angizange auditionele nganginikiwe phela amanye ama roles uyanikwa tshela ukuthi na I role and then told me no angisazi spade xa kubo into ungayazi yena but aya angisazi spade uMantuli but hayi ngathi angisazi spade
but okay
bamjike bese ngoMantuli esizulu ke ube ngayithatha
uyiba mara wayeka ngisho but
lessons aseza mawubona ukuthi into I exude ungaforced because uzimoshela naphambi
in the future.
Yes,
so when something is that's the message. When something is meant for you, you need to first assess your skill set, assess all of your skills and say, okay, no, this role I can, give my all, because you wouldn't be able to project as much power and give it the necessary, necessary all your abilities and embody, yes, that's the word I'm looking for, embody the character because of the language barrier. So language is people, okay, I don't know if this one you're going to answer. People think that you're Xhosa.
Yes, I'm Xhosa.
Okay, but why mina ngathi Xhosa?
Hayi uyathanda.
Hayi
umuntu uyazithandela ukuthi
there's no such. There is no such.
Are you Xhosa?
Okay, I'm not Xhosa.
So
okay.
Ansathi masidlulele yabo Zulu Xhosa what. Xhosa.
Okay, cool stuff. Okay, cool.
Mina ngikhuluma isiXhosa manje.
Yeah, okay. Ukhuluma isiZulu manje. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's where I wanted to go with this thing. You are Zulu.
I'm not Zulu.
Man, you're Xhosa.
Yes,
but your primary language at home.
It's Zulu A. My first language esikolweni engayenza.
Wazange Xhosa?
No, I didn't. Xhosa ngincebeleni. Phela.
Okay, cool. Usinanebeleni isiXhosa ke. Let's talk about adverts again. Okay, because we're not going to talk about specific amounts. But can you just generalize ukuthi
no, when she's into zilenga.
Oh, okay.
Bengila ku Rhythm City.
Oh, ku Rhythm City. Yes.
The agent yam yang negotiatela since bekuyisikhathi esincane ngekhona ukuthi 2 weeks things with isikhathi. Ebese ufike badabula. How boni contract. Ego yase Rhythm City ke contract beyime ngeindlela. Bebethi starta ngale date. Babashi finish
date.
Abayitsho ngoba mabangakufuni uthi usayenza lapha e-studio usazitshela ukuthi akekho bakubukela ama monitors onke bakubukela makuthela bakubuze bani we need a character uzodlala usisibhinga ngalo sikhathi uyadabalaza wena uzitshela ukuthi bakiya kushuthi iviki lonke then bathi bazokubiza bakubhadalele imali eviki lonke oyizile wena uzitshela ukuthi basazokubiza kanti khona umuntu isibhiseka afikile i-budget yabo ibavumela nje
so dependent river if budget akuvumi baqosha on the spot
mababona ukuthi awukwazi ukukunyamezela but uthani nawe uyabona ukuthi iyakuhlupha lens that's hey
mankhole okay
khohlela lapha ngwami but hamba
okay
now
so
uyazibonela
okay, sharp. Okay, so basically, what you're saying on the Temsi is that you were supposed to be there for a very short time. So
for
they
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. So they negotiated just for those 2 weeks and whatnot. And the call rate, does it mean that the call rate was high or was low? Because it was just 2 weeks.
Low. It was low.
Okay.
But, okay, beginning of misebenzi ngaleso sikhathi leso and yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Bayenza.
But okay, I want you to get the other thing that I want us to talk about, and this is very important, because obviously I have the perspective of being your son and being your child. Me and Dunda are your children, so we have that thing. Yoguti, acting for us was, we had a different view of it. It's not something that we particularly liked, because there's the good side that obviously mama famous and whatnot, we love it, you're famous and things like that, but the bad side of it is that me and Dondo are cool. Let me talk about myself. There's that thing yoguti, the reason why, okay, let me preface let me say guti, when the reason why I want to talk about salaries and things like that in the acting industry, the reason why I want to do that is because we suffered while you were on screen. That as sometimes for these roles, and then we like TV and whatnot, such a TV and TV, but then because now sebenze for 2 weeks or whatnot, imali yakhona incane. Leyo 2 weeks leba shoot for 2 months, you vele TV for 2 months. That other month again, lapho songanamsebenzi and whatnot khona, endlini akunane kwasasinkwa. You get what I'm saying? But uvele TV, and people think ukuthi awu actor, you're going to be rich, and I want to dispel that myth. When you're an actor or an actress, the out vele TV first and foremost uyahola every time vele TV. That's where this topic came from, and I wanted ukukhuluma ngale ukuthi bokubhlungu phela kuyithi ukuthi bebhala bo Daily Sun. Thembsie Matu, hey, in a 2-room house, in a RDP house, whatnot. And then also skati uvele TV every week in, week out. But at home, you get what I'm saying? The salary was not matching up to was not matching up. Like in lifestyle, it was not as it's portrayed on TV. You get what I'm saying?
One.
Okay.
Fanele ube la.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, obviously.
Fanele ube la.
Okay.
Bengihlala ku-RDP house. Yenza i-CLC. Big company. Bekufanele ucabange i-actor la eSouth Africa. Think ahead. Cabangela i-future yakho. Bamele bekufanele niye esikolweni. Bekufanele nidle. Bekufanele nibe neimpahla zokuya kuma auditions, because kuma auditions bayakutshela ukuthi character thize fanele igqoke so, like kuma adverts and stuff, fanele character igqoke so, or uye bakuthanda acting yakho basicela ukuthi no Temsi wardrobe yakho ikaka bayibeke nje clean bathi ikaka iza ne wardrobe yakho yonke sizobona ukuthi ugqoka istyle singagqokisa kanjani, because right good but sifuna ukubona ukuthi ugqoka kanjani.
Yeah.
Lapho ke uyothathani mongenayo.
Yeah.
Izinto lezo, so fanele uthenge. Uthenge izinto. Mina uDrophina mhlala kunempahla esinama-label manje. Ngintshele.
Now. No,
yes.
now.
But ngaso sikhathi lapho wena manje njani? Mina nje ngangibeka lo mali leyo. bengisabela yona lento le
Yeah.
bengisabe bengilungisele lento bengothola ama-adverts engiwathola but bengazi kahle ukuthi humble yourself Temsi now une-shelter abantwana bakho bahlala kwi-RDP house and then mawungagijima manje uye town ayithembeki le industry ungalingi uyikhohle usukele uyohlala le endlini emajavajava uye bondi kusasa bathi i-production iyaphela uzoyenzani unemoto unelentoza endlini efanele ubhadale ibonda uma 15,000 abanye babhadala ama-flatini abizayo but i-production yaphela unemoto ayibhadalayo uzoyenza njani so mina nginabantwana bami.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, so beka imali uzitshela ukuthi akusi yakho imali mosaqala yebo manje banelak abantwana abavela esikolweni ama-afdana sema-vets nabama because already ama-salary wabo awafani nawethu kaGibson Kente bebengathi kuse-university kodwa abantwana base-vets bebeza bazothatha ama-practicals kithi eDonkey House so isikolo sinoma kukuphi ngoba ke sikeke le piece le so at least bazothi mabaqala bahola imali ezingathi zithe xaxa kodwa ayithembisi le industry umntana ufika izolo njengawo ungaba nama-millions ungaba nama-millions kukuthi kuthina kudala sinawo kudala sila asikwazi nokwenza so please ningathini kusasa ayikho imali e-TV ingaka depend ukuthi yakubani ni understand khona banelaka abanemali ngenxa yani yama-followers wawo mina Instagram nabo zonke lento Facebook ngiziqala izolo niyazi nani ngiziqala izolo kodwa ke if ngaziqala kudala bobonanga nix kimi fanbase yami beyiningabi ukuthi nje into nje le ibhlunge ngoba manje sesiqhashwa ngani numbers.
Okay, wait.
Uzoyenza
ngiyabuza ngifake le
ithini
ukuthi manje sokuqhashwa ngama numbers
vele abantu abaningi baqhashwa ngama numbers bayabheka before yenza bangibuza mina ama roles 83 ngisitshela ukuthi ngiwatholile but kukhona ku Instagram no okay ukhona ku Twitter no Facebook no hayi lo sizomfaka phi ukuthi unama kanti abazi ukuthi abantu ama-followers abangithandelana abantu khona bathanda i-acting yami khona bathanda abanye
you record for 30 minutes and then you stop. Okay, qhubeka manje.
So abantu banama-followers ngezinto abazenzayo.
Okay, sorry bengibhechile.
Khona abathola ama-followers bayajiva bayajiva izinto ezibright ezinto babe nama-followers amaningi awani ukujiva bese bayakuthatha wena uyo auditionally party ke abantu mawufika le ayithi azimatch numbers zawo bona laba abakuthandayo mawujiva bayobhala ku Twitter bathi asimfuna abantu beTwitter abana bayisikele ukuthi bakulandela kangakanani ujiva abanye bayakutshela ukuthi sithanda ukujiva kwakho
kuphela
abanye bathanda ukuma kwakho iNigeria yonke ikulandele iezi yakho ikulandele bese uyafika wena lapha na ku production company yakho baqhatshile hayi yini manje lento chinchane
okay so the moral of the story is that people when they follow you based on
what you do best.
And production companies should not basically hire. It should like your follower count should not be should not.
Not that it should not.
Okay.
Ingaba ukuthi bakuthathe unama followers, but ama followers wakho awani.
Yeah. Okay, so basically when abantu bakuthandela ukuthi you are a great dancer. Banga castelling ukuthi unama followers obujiva. They should cast you on your talent on your actor. And the banga effectar lenda bayoguti you have followers laba bakfollowa ngoba babathanda the way you used to dance.
Yes, ngoba guys, ayafuneka ama followers.
Yeah, it's important.
It's important mawule industry because sidla ngawo. Abantu bayathenga ispace sakho because unabantu abaningi abakulandela bathengisa ngawo bayathengisa abantu ku space sakho. Ayafuneka yo ngiyanicela nani ningibukele nyani dinga.
Subscribe, please follow Temsi. I'll put up her so advertising entweni yakho kuyafana mos.
Okay, up.
Ndinga ama followers nami ngiyacela ningifollow.
Okay, please follow. Yes, please.
Uyangicela umama how.
So iziningi into ekufuneka futhi sifundisane ngazo kule industry guys. Ayafuneka ama followers. Ayafuneka kakhulu. Iba mnandi mawune talent bese uba nama followers bese production company abantu bathi sifuna ukulandela uzibanibani baya nawe la uyakhona baya nawe la uyakhona uba mnandi ke uba useful for a production enye.
Okay.
Kodwa ke ngibuyele kulento yama salary. Awuyixoxe isalary yakho khona mase theater ka Gibson Kent bekhona angisho khona imanager bayinika imali ya ukuthi isibhadale kuthola sesitoren sikuphi isibhadale bese kukhona don't tell the others.
Oh,
don't tell isasekhona namanje kuma productions don't tell the others. Mina bangazi mina ngiyazidlalela ke emsebenzini ngithi mina ngikhola 150,000 and ngikhuluma wonke umuntu eloto abanye bacabanga uqinisile uThembsie ukuthi ukhola 150,000 ngeletosa hayi kodwa ngiyamkhumbula umlungu wami okushona ngiyamkhumbula wanginika mina imali angipha but ke wangipha ngobulima lento ukuthi banginike don't tell the others mina ngiyotshela others.
Hayi mama le phatla ngiyifakile ale le ukhuluma manje
angisho nganginovuyiso bangithi nayi ungiphile Mr. Shaw bengafihli ngoba bengacabanga ukuthi khona ukukhohlakala because wayengibuzile ukuthi Temsi ngasikhathi COVID iqala because bengiphumile ku global ngithatha call contract what Temsi angicheka Temsi right ngithi hayi ngiright mina Mr. Shaw in athi okay hayi maqeda lapho ngifonela siyafonela namo singama
ma actor ya
unjani ngikhona bengifonela umlungu wethu ukufonele wena bekathini ngithi habe ngibuza ukuthi ngiright wathi uright wena ngithi ngithe ngiright ngabe ucela imali ngithi yani yani ngizathi ngicela imali yani awufuna imali into enjalo so asesivula sibuyelele into zeleni after lo sihlale yimlo ngiyambona umen na same artist Mr. Shaw abike bring the sweetheart ngithi Mr. Shaw wena ngokwatela angisho ngithe mangithi ngisengiyabuyela ngiyamfonela uthola icimile ifone Mr. Shaw ngokwatela king wena hayi akubathi ukwate wena ngithi akiri kilapili wena o tlameha o shota ka nix I tlameha nix o no dipilisi wena Temsi I'm diabetic o no dipilisi wena Temsi o tlameha shota ka tšhelete o batla bokae hey ngibambekile ngoba ngazi ukuthi ngazathi ke batla bokae anything okay mpedi number tsaho angathi ngiphendi number tsaho pili first athi kitlanka account details go officing it's okay bengene ekseni fike ngiyokhulula uhamba nale artist le bayahamba bayifika bayimali ngase green room ngiyangena mina ngiyaqoka ngiyalungisela ukuthi ngilungisela ukuphuma mangilungisela ukuphuma umthi so hayi Temsi batlo mputsa diputso sengata ba account gore ke batlela ndi account numbers tsa hao mpetson nrumele tsona you take ye rumini
keep my account details
sende kuye okay ngidla ubona
Eish.
hambe hey mangilo ngiyochinja ilento zimpahla ekutshilo ukuthi ifakile ayikho ilanga lonke ngifika la endlini angifika la endlini sekulate ngibheka ama messages ke I just bafona swaphendula uvele emsebenzini
Yeah.
from Shona Ferguson 10,000 10,000
Just the 10,000.
wangipha
Just the 10,000.
yo yimi lo yabona ukuthi bekuyi don't tell the others
Yeah.
mina uphile 10,000 thina kuthena ngasiphi hayi wena hayi uzokhohlela la kimi la hayi what
My goodness.
akukhumbula ngathi ikhona don't tell the others na ikhona don't tell the others so please
Be street smart. When you're an actor, be street smart.
mina nginje naku ngikhona into ye-super sport esasiyenza lapha ya
Kuphi?
yakhumbula leya bathi banginika malini naku ngiyobuza abanye omunye umuntu
Oh.
ngathi mina bakunike malini
But you see, that's another thing. Ngiyachelana ngama-actor.
actually labo sivela
Gibson
kakhe
Kente nabo, yeah.
siyatshelana bakunike malini la mina athi angihlebela ukuthi bamtheqa
Yeah, bathing imali.
athi mina banginike bokhona izolo lento beshuta futhi
Yeah.
bokhona izolo ngithi mina namhlanje ngilokugcina last
Yeah.
i-first day yabe last day
First and last year.
mina banginike
More.
athi mhlambe bangilungisa i-contract yami
By the way, I was the one that was negotiating for that role. Yeah. Sasebenza Pelton.
hayi zingatsha-ke kwadanga umuntu wakhona ayotshela ngazutshela iba no-real production cala ngobatshela why uThembsi
Ahola imali engaka.
thina sihola imali engaka hawu sibaza kimi Thembsi phela
You don't tell
you
people.
don't tell people
Okay.
ngitshelanga muntu abangizwanga ngithi
Yeah.
bengizovele ngithi bengikhuluma ngefoni ungizwe ngikhuluma ngefoni angitshelanga mina bezongibheka hayi wabona ukuthi incane leyo angazi mina watshela wonke umuntu beka lapho ukuthi uThembsi uthole imali
more than everything. And at that time, I negotiated. That's another thing. That time, it was a promo. It was a DSTV. It was fancy channel.
no
Yeah. It was a promo. And then in that promo, obviously, they have a lot of actors, you know, sometimes footballers and things like that. So Mina, Unati, as her manager, when they called me, they're like, okay, how much is Temsi's rate? We are offering this much. I was like, no, Temsi's minimum rate is this much. Because obviously, I told you guys, I know the data, I know the demographics got Temsi, I understand profile yakhe yonke. Because I did the numbers and I sent them the numbers. They saw the demographics got Temsi, and then I told them, so this is how much you can, minimum is this how much, but this is the preferred amount if Nzomketela is Kati. And they were like, oh, the days, and I'm like, no, Temsi only shoots for the window because she's very booked. Unfortunately, it's not because we're going to the whole day, but because you are very booked and busy. Thank you very much. So, so we only could give them that day, and then there's something called the performance fee, and there's something called the usage fee. Those are two different things. Those people wanted to bundle everything into one amount, and then we're like, no, for you to use Temsi, you need to give her a daily performance fee for her performance for that day. And then after that, you need to pay for the amount of time that ad or that promo is gonna play on those channels, on TV. For let's say, for instance, duration was 3 months, you need to pay for those 3 months. If it's 6 months, you need to pay for those 6 months. And the renewal, if that promo plays outside of those that time slot, those 3 months or 6 months, the renewal fee will be this much. Please, that's pro tip. You always negotiate the renewal as well. Don't Don't wait until by shooter or they actually play it again, that advert or promo, and then when you say I want the money now, when you haven't negotiated it from the beginning. So you need to negotiate these things as it starts. Okay, another thing, a fun fact, when I was Temsi's manager, when I started off being Temsi's manager, can I tell them how much I mistaking Ayenza when they wanted to book you? Now bookisa ngamalini.
Imali yam ungayikhulumi.
Okay, no, mistake. I wanted to talk about my mistakes.
Ungabatshela nje ukuthi imali enkulu but ungayitsho ukuthi imalini.
Yeah, no, ngingayenza blunder. I made a mistake and I severely underpaid you on your first book. Severely. And the sad thing is that once you make a commitment, when you negotiate with somebody and you make a commitment, that's a contract, it's a verbal contract. And regardless of what you yo, and that person is like, no, this is low. My booking fee is this much and whatnot and whatnot. By the way, there's a booking fee. A booking fee is you can book somebody for a performance. You can book somebody for, let's say for instance, MCing or appearance or just, booking for MC and appearance. There's no other tier for you, ne? Yeah, there's no other tier for her. When you're booking for Abantu, booking details will be here for Temsi. If you want to book her, I'm going to put them right here. So, yeah. So, I severely underbooked her. But now, because I did what? I did my homework, I did my research, I did the numbers, and I told her, okay, there's distinctions. There's corporate booking fees. There's no... By the way, I know people like talking about a rate card in the industry. Don't do a rate card. This is my personal advice to people. If you're going to do a rate card, you'll be severely limiting yourself because the rate card is undercut in the future because prices are not static. Inflation in Patronella nyuga next week abagenzi abaconsulti nyuga. So you need to always negotiate for the exact thing that you're doing every single time. When it comes to money, do not
okay, know your worth.
Know your worth and don't undercut yourself. Every single time you need to book, where you need to, when they book you, you need to negotiate your worth. So negotiate your worth every single time and negotiate for whatever thing that's coming. Whether it's corporate, whether it's public or whatever, you need to book according to that. Okay, cool stuff. I think this is a lot.
Ngiyaqala ukukhuluma ngoMr Shaw after eshonile. Ngikhumbuze athi Temsi how batla nthwengule ngwe unjwetse uskathaba Temsi unjwetse ubata nthwengule ngwe ngithi Mr Shaw ngizokutshela mangifuna something angidinga angeke ngidlale ngawe opportunity ngithi because you tell Mr Shaw ithi ngithi no aze ngamkhumbulela lonto leyo and he's one person bekathi Temsi are you okay must negotiate lapha are you okay Temsi ngithi yeah right manje sibangilungisele Mr Shaw athi serious Temsi ngithi yeah mariskhathi Mr Shaw Mr Kat isikhathi lesabangifake sona ama calls lanka maningi kakhulu hayi ngiyathanda ukusebenza mara ama calls angaka hayi ngijabulelile imali mara ama calls and wangirespecta to tell you guys Mr Shaw ushone engirespectile as artist lakhe ungirespectile la ekhona naye uyazishaya isifuba ukuthi ngirespecte
ama artist wakhe wonke
hayi asazona don't say wonke
okay
kumele ukuthi mina ngirespectile nabanye mabakhuluma nabanye ngiyabava ukuthi bathi yo basirespectile wafika sini nomunye engambuza like thina basivela wakipsini kente siyabuzana noma singathi bagropile sibuza ukuthi bagrespectile la jo bagrespectile uPeter Mashego shem ngathi mangimbuza ngathi Peter bagrespectile la athi yo banrespectile blind kya Temsi kya ngiyaka kai ngathi lento esifunekayo sibe nendawo zokuhlala Peter singathi la kule industry masisokuvelelwe into usaba ukubiza abantu bakini ukuthi baze bazothinthini bazokubona usizokukhalisa basi ungirespectile mina no Peter Mashego wathi umrespectile I'm sorry Peter mangabe bongafuna ukuthi kodwa asingishongo salary yakho. Thela respectile. Nam respectile.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Bang respectile. Ngisho ungirespectile. Bekangibuza ukuthi lapha abatheni benga negotiate naye. Bayithe ngithemsi kudimi. Ngitshele
Hey, wena ngathi ukhipha indaba eziningi.
Mkholo wami. Mkholo wami ngandibuza ngomkholo wami. And awuwutsho umkholo womuntu.
Yeah.
Ngiyamkhuza umfana wami usafika. Ama production companies awazuyithanda le obuza ukuthi ini. Umuntu nomuntu uyazijulukela. Into engifuna ukutshela abantwana abasafika kule industry la. Mawufika mabathe uzohola 2000 rand per call.
Awuqala.
Ihole noma uyafika. Ihole lo 2000 rand per call ubakhombise. Ukhiphe yonke into nayo ungathi hayi mina bang 2000 bangizo actor i 2000. Bakhombise cause bakubukela abanye abantu and abanye abantu baya kubona baya ku rate lengapha hayi wena u-actor kanje awuhola malini phela basitshela ukuthi awuthemba uhola malini mabaseze bazo approach abakutshela sorry man Temsi sicela usixolele man thina sine 5000 sizwele sine 5000 rand siyazi uhola right la uhola khona abakwazi ukuthi uhola malini but babone umsebenzi wakho mawukhulumele umsebenzi wakho mawukukhulumele nani nizayo nazi ukuthi nizokhulunyela imisebenzi yenu bese mina nginenhlanhla enkulu embika
Hey
yazi yenzani inhlanhla yami isenda invoice yomunye umuntu kimi bathi bayisendela invoice kazibani banyana bayisendele imali lo uhola makangaka afika izolo angena asatshelwa yibe izinto esathi never sengena lapha askisi kwenzakalani lapha askisi isendele invoice kazibani bani imistake ngithi hayi kusi mistake begidi idlozi lami noma kunelasigubhu lungisane yami angifuni ukuthi la ngithi nginciphiseni because naye ngilazela idlozi
beligidela idlozi lakhe
so lungisane eyami kayi2 kwenzeka lo mihlolo leyo kayi2 berhythm city ngithi oqala lo akana
bathipana abantu
lo akana agent lo engibone i-invoice yakhe akuthehle ayo invoice wayishivule so kanti hayi angibonisa ngomuntu ngajuluka yo akana agent 1 ufike years after me bese ahola le mali ngisebenza naye hayi
this has to be but this was when une agent
yami
ngale inkathi zakudala ku agent yakho because
ukesithu manje bese ngiziflyela solo ngakabi ne-agent
ukungabi ne-manager
ngina agent ngiziflyela solo phela bangibizile auditionanga kafika sini wangitshela mse Temsi kuyawubatla from Rockville Temsi kuyawubatla kubatlela ntwini Rockville idlo
you see I think that thing for wena it seems very good but it might come across kwabanye abantu and I'm not going to put this in by the way might come across kwabanye abantu ukuthi like baphinda abantu abayi-1
hayi umuntu makane talent si proven wrong ukuthi baphinda abantu as long as une talent Mr. Shaw bekafuna abantu khona ama auditions why bazoba audition ababiza abantu abaningi audition ithatha isikhathi ivenue yabhadalwa into eziningi nje zayenzakala bazolo baphinda nathi mina ngathi mangifika lapha la ngikhona ku agent yami yokuqala ngathi mangifika ngafika ba auditiona nama audition bangisenda kuma auditions and bangakangazi ukuthi njani but bakwada lapha kule agency bathi uleleti yena uthatha wonke ama ngathi so what and mina nginabo lapho uleleti angimazi kuyiphi ngathi so what makawaqubule makangekho abantu abazowaqubula makawaqubule uleleti khumalo ngathi makawaqubule uleleti khumalo but why Temsi angitsho nani niyafuna ngithi mina ngizothola
Work aside.
ngathi mina kwelami side ngizowathola.
So basically, people must stop going to social media platforms. Bakhala ukuthi the industry repeat abantu abayi-1. No, production companies need to make sure that they have the best people for the jobs, because every single minute on set, if umuntu akwazi ukubamba ama-lines, if umuntu uyaflafa, umuntu yenza njani, it costs the production money. So they need to first and foremost have talented people. Number one, they always get talented people.
Disciplined people as well.
Yes, so number two, disciplined people. People who are talented and disciplined. Abantu abanyeke badagwe on set, because we act and show it's the entertainment industry associated nobumnandi and whatnot. So people baza emasetini badagiwe abanye
akawuboni ungakhuluma ngabantu ongabazi.
Actually mucho njalo.
Ngithi mina disciplined azange ngikhulume ngabadakwayo
okay, sure.
Please.
So, okay. Number two, people who are disciplined, people who make sure that they are on time, people who make sure that they always have their lines memorized, and they know their lines, they can live the character.
And people, abantu associated nabo, friends or what
in the industry,
not in the industry phela, na life yakho nje in general. Cause people basibhekile. Uzofika omunye umfana omncane athi Temsi ungirapile, Temsi usophelile umsebenzi wakho Temsi. Bawukhatha. Kungakaziwa nestory sakho kahle ukuthi uqinisile lofana or wenzeni. So sikuleyo ngcupheko leyo esinaxa. Okay, manje kusavela abafana. Kusavela abafana ukuthi abafana bayenze ukuthi angithi mina kufanele ku-abuse abantu or in bheka i-circle yakho umfana uyintombazana bheka i-circle yakho ohamba kuyo makule industry, because khona abantu abathi mina ngidla ngokwenza Temsi usapha too much ngidla ngokwenza abatha high, and ke ama-companies awafuni nix ukuthi i-brand yawo i-associate nomuntu one-criminal record or one-game elibi.
Not criminal record, but igame elibi.
No criminal record very so clear. Okanye wenzeni.
But obviously there are abantu rehabilitatekile.
Abanandaba nalonto leyo yothatha isikhathi eside kahle. Israel before ngena ku-industry.
Yeah.
Ubuye wayithi Jobe esikolweni. Makaphume esikolweni lapho ubuye esikolweni waqala kahle phansi i-acting uyiqale sekaphuma lapha
ya. Ngitsho njalo.
Yes, sengisho ukuthi kodwa ke ngeke ngithi manje bese mina ngiyahamba ngiyodonsa umfana omncane lapha ya. Bese ngiba right. Asoze ngibe right. Umfana omncane mase kafuna ukungi-blackmailer. Atsho ukuthi hey ungibizile what?
Yize ngabe emakhoneni.
Yize lapha emakhoneni. Sekayaza Temsi abuse abafana abancane. Akana nendoda.
By the way, every contract every contract oyisayinayo with the entertainment industry has a morality clause. Morality clause means that you need to uphold yourself to the standards of the brand, meaning that you can't as conflict on a brand. Let's say for instance you are a Temsi and you are known to be a wholesome character. You can't then now do things that are in contradiction to the wholesome character that the brand like to associate yourself with that brand. They hire you to have brand association. That's why a brand, when they do a collaboration with another brand and they have now brand collaboration, they are trying to merge or basically have synergies within their brand, and morality is one of that. And most brands have a morality clause, whether it's alcohol or those sin nudity and whatnot. Yeah, so you can't now une morality clause and then when zinto eziphume endleleni.
Mara brands ayayithanda nudity.
No, I'm sure morality clause. That's what I'm saying. Ukuthi ama brands ahambiselana nento yakho. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ningasabi mantombazana. Kana izinto zijampayo njengabi zingijampa njengombuzi nje.
Yeah.
Bese uthuna amabela amahle bune ezihle ezivethi bikini enhle neziflesta ama bese ucabanga ukuthi ufihlela ngoba yiyo le ezokupha umsebenzi nemali.
Mama
vele Ucabanga ukuthi mina khona bangangipha manje nje bangiphi iswim
Costume. Mara uyayigqoka iswim costume kumnyama kubovu mos.
ngiyazigcokela mina la ngizigcokela khona angeke ngiye lapha na what magazine ngiyoveza iravaza le uveza in no ways
Okay,
so guys
so uyahamba manje.
mina sengihamba sengikhathele kuningi ngimile I don't do high chairs so
Ngabe sihlale phansi couchini yakho yazi.
okay
Next time. Hopefully there's a next time.
hopefully namanje nje ukuthi
Ngihijackile.
ngayijekile mangikhuluma ngomsebenzi wami ngingakhuluma ilanga lonke because I need to teach people bangathi ha TV iglamour kuphela beka imali uthathe imali because imali iyeza la kule industry ayikho sometimes uyithola after isikhathi eside kodwa masoyitholile uyayithola wena fanele wenzeni uyibeke imali uyibeke usho ukuthi akusiyami uke uphile hayi uqeda ukuthola umsebenzi ulanda imoto entsha ulanda indlu awazi nokuthi le show okuyo next year bazoyirenew i-contract yabo yini ukuthi ama ratings athi
phansi
wena ukuphi ngasikhathi awuyi kuma trucks
Okay guys, so that's what we have for you today. It was an incredible episode. Hopefully we're gonna have more of these series. I don't know guys, if I'm actors abangani bakho, hopefully mabangani bakho bazoza kule it's not a podcast but bazoza kule show ne. Ngizoyenza sure ukuthi ngiyabathola because I am a manager for actors and models, so I'm gonna make sure that I use what I have to make sure to give you guys insight into the entertainment industry. By the way, the entertainment industry is huge. It's not just acting. Yes, there's modeling. Yes, there's a lot. There's behind the scenes as well that we're gonna talk about. I want to talk about the industry in its entirety. I am new to this, guys, so please forgive my interviewing style. It's not perfected yet, but I'm still going to be doing this. So many more episodes. I'm gonna get better. Hopefully, I'm gonna get better. I hope you guys can stick with me. Next time, I will be talking about finance. Yes, I'm going to be talking about how much I used to earn in finance. I'm not going to talk about how much I used to earn because I'm still in finance, but I'm going to talk about the kind of salaries that you can be expecting when getting into finance. So, yes, how much did I earn? I used to earn, that's my bread. Bye-bye. Sharp. Bye.